My girlfriend put an AirTag on my motorcycle to prove to her mom that I don't have any side chicks, and now I don't know if I can trust her anymore. Posted by /_Sulajai. I've never made a Reddit post on this sub before, but I read posts here occasionally. I'm going to make my submission as concise as possible, but I'm not a great storyteller, and this whole situation is a little more nuanced than my crappy ability to articulate it. I'm 27M, and my girlfriend is 33F. Although our relationship started out very intense and unpredictable, we quickly developed strong feelings and have been together for 3 years. Despite being together that long, I just met my girlfriend's parents for the first time a few weeks ago. She is an only child and said she didn't want to introduce anyone she dated to her parents unless she knew it was someone she wanted to marry. Her parents also live abroad, and due to COVID and her dad's health problems, they hadn't visited her for a while. She usually went to visit them. It was a big step for her to tell me she wanted me to meet them, and I did my best to make a good impression. I was raised by my grandmother. When she passed, my older sister took over caring for me. My girlfriend, on the other hand, has had a stable upbringing. Her parents are wealthy, and she's led a privileged life. We don't have the same life experiences, but it was never a problem until I met her parents. If anything, our differences have, for some reason, added to our relationship in positive ways. Unfortunately, I got the impression that her parents were scrutinizing every aspect of my life over the dinner we had at our first meeting, including my family. I stayed true to myself and maintained my confidence but left the interaction feeling like I had bombed a test. My girlfriend reassured me that they liked me. However, her mood over the next few days suggested otherwise. I called her out on it and pressed her for an explanation. I learned that she'd been upset because of a fight she had with her mother after the dinner. Her mother thinks I'm just having fun with her daughter, that I'll get bored and leave her, and that she's too old to be wasting time with me. Apparently, her mother formed this impression entirely based on the way I look, and this judgment about me trumps anything else I shared about myself. My girlfriend and I decided I should spend more time with her family over the holidays, so I've been going over every day and involving myself in shopping trips, etc., with my girlfriend and her mom, hoping she would get to know me and overcome her skepticism. I even spent hours getting a crash course in a strategy board game her dad plays and started playing with him to continue bonding. Despite feeling like I won her dad over, I feel like her mom is constantly evaluating my loyalty in subtle, and unrealistic, ways. Examples include overanalyzing how I interact with others in public, reading too much into the way I smile, and the way I show affection toward my girlfriend. According to my girlfriend's mom, the fact that I have a motorcycle makes me extra slutty. And that's how this escalated. My sister and I have an 18-year-old dog. It's been a tough few months for him, and I think he's approaching the end. For that reason, one of us is usually always with him. He's on the smaller side, so he's easy to bring along anywhere. I've had to leave to give my dog his medicine at certain times of the day because he's on a schedule, and I guess my girlfriend's mom found even this suspicious. The other day, I left my girlfriend and her family to give my dog his medicine, and on my way there, my phone alerted me that an AirTag was traveling with me. When I reached my place, I searched all my pockets and belongings and eventually found it on the motorcycle itself. It was connected to my girlfriend's mom's number. I told my girlfriend, and she admitted that she put her mom's AirTag on my bike to prove to her mom that I wasn't lying about where I was going. I get that she was trying to defend me, but I feel angry at her. It's hard to articulate, but ever since I met my girlfriend's family, the microaggressions from her mom are really getting to me, and it's hard to separate them from my girlfriend. I'm hoping I'm just overstimulated by all of this and that things will get better after Christmas is over. I'm not sure if I'm a jerk for being cold toward my girlfriend about the AirTag, but it's a frustration I'm having trouble letting go of. Commenter. The most foundational part of a relationship is the trust between two people. The fact that she didn't tell you about it suggests that she also wanted to see what you were doing because if she trusted you, she should have defended you. Parents have been skeptical since the first cave person brought another back to their parents. It's up to both her and you to convince them otherwise. You seem to have done a lot, so it may just come down to direct face-to-face conversations with the 3 or 4 of you to really hammer this home. Otherwise, who knows what else might be done next to test your loyalty. Ops response. That's what I've been struggling with. The fact that she didn't let me in on her plan makes me wonder if she wanted to test me too. Even if that's not the case, the whole approach has pissed me off. Update 1 month later. Op posted a new post that was titled, "My girlfriend's parents surprised me with a visit overseas. I'm considering breaking up with her. I'm 28M, and my girlfriend is 33F. We've been together for a few years and have discussed getting married. Unfortunately, ever since I met her parents last year, their behavior, specifically her mom's, has made it difficult for me to see a future anymore. Her mom mistrusts me, and it's all based on superficial impressions and assumptions about who she thinks I am. I have tried to be patient and extremely respectful, giving them opportunities to get to know me and overcome their prejudices. Everything came to a head when I visited my home country. I have a place here, and I came to attend a friend's wedding. Her parents showed up unannounced and requested a ride from the airport. I immediately called my girlfriend, despite the time difference, because I was in shock. She claims she had no idea about their plans. They insist it was all impromptu, a cheap flight, last minute, etc., but I just don't buy it. Anyway, I picked them up, and they're currently staying with me in my apartment. They have no itinerary but want me to arrange for them to see X, Y, and Z. Of course, they need me as a translator. Everything is apparently too foreign to them, they're lost without me. They refuse to go anywhere without me as their escort. My girlfriend is apologetic, but I just don't see her supporting me in dealing with her parents, especially her mom, who is the instigator. Her dad has no backbone and is forced to follow her lead. I posted about another issue a while back too. My girlfriend doesn't support me in setting boundaries, so as her partner, I feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. I can't tell if I'm being cold and unwelcoming or if these people are genuinely unreasonable, and my girlfriend is so afraid of them that she didn't even warn me about something like this. I feel like I can handle anything if she's on my side. But it doesn't feel like she is. Maybe I can't be with someone like that. Second update 6 days later. I just wanted to clarify a few things. I met my girlfriend's parents for the first time in late November 2024. The reason I picked them up from the airport instead of abandoning them or telling them to find a hotel, etc., was out of respect for my girlfriend and the relationship I wanted to have with her and her parents. After our first meeting in late November, which I mentioned in my first post, I confronted my girlfriend. She apologized, and eventually, her mother did too. I genuinely thought we had moved past whatever suspicions and mistrust her mother had about me. Then this happened. Over the last few days, since all of this started, I've realized some things about my relationship. My girlfriend has been trying to play both sides, telling me one thing and her parents another. She's been hiding some deep trust issues and insecurities about our relationship, mostly fears about me being unfaithful. I want to be clear that these fears are not due to anything I've done, it's just how she feels. She used her parents to convince me it wasn't just her paranoia, and I'm pretty sure she told her mom how she felt, and her mom was willing to go along with it. I broke up with my girlfriend and asked her parents to leave. The friend's wedding I attended hit differently because of all this. But it also made me realize how unhealthy and toxic my relationship was. I haven't shared everything, but I think I was in an abusive relationship. I'm still struggling to accept that, and there's some shame creeping in that I don't quite understand. Why is it even there? Anyway, thanks for all the messages. Sorry if my writing isn't great, I'm so drained from this situation. I feel like I need to sleep for a month. I don't even feel like writing about any of this, but I felt I owed you all the conclusion. Commenter. Sounds like that trip was her parents checking up on him for her because of her insecurities. I'm glad he bailed on that. Ops response. It was definitely to investigate me. I don't think I'll ever know what my ex-girlfriend and her mom were suspicious about. Did they think I was secretly married or living some kind of second life? I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to look into my employment history, etc. I feel so stupid for the kindness I extended to them. I tried to be understanding of every transgression and let my girlfriend gaslight me into thinking I was just misunderstanding things because I didn't have parents growing up. Commenter. Did the parents leave peacefully, or did they attempt to somehow extend their stay? Ops response. They were dumbfounded. I didn't expect them to understand my feelings, so I said the least. I spoke to her dad privately and informed him first to arrange a hotel accommodation. I left it to my ex-girlfriend to explain it to them. I told them they could contact her, but I was asking them to leave. It's also worth mentioning, because it makes me angry, I wasn't able to express it in my previous post due to being in shock and distracted by other issues, that her parents have been to my country several times. Her mom has had tons of small procedures and treatments in my country, so I'm not sure why, all of a sudden, they needed me as an escort. It seemed like she was trying to say she only comes to my country for her treatments but doesn't care about anything else, so is that why she's unfamiliar? These people live in another world. I always feel like I'm going a little insane having any form of conversation with them.